All right. Oops, that's the wrong one. Yeah, this is also where I will cut for the YouTube guys. So basically, every episode I will upload on YouTube. And every stream, Mondays at 8 p.m. German time, will have 3 different topics. You can see them in the top corner here. And I will upload all 3 of them separate on YouTube. So if somebody, for instance, is only interested in the couchsurfing part, they wouldn't have to bother with the other 2 topics if they don't want to. So that's the nice thing with Twitch. I can nicely cut everything, and then I will upload everything on YouTube. And yeah, so the first topic is the travel show intro. Basically, I want to give you a little bit of an overview of what I'm thinking, how this should look in the end, and also show you some of the features here. So basically, it's all about traveling, right? Most viewers know me from my gaming name, Taker. So I have like a gaming stream where I play Warcraft 3, and that's also where Twitch came up from. And Twitch is a platform where you can primarily stream games, but they also have real life channels like the Travel and Outdoor channel that I just recently discovered. Actually, I didn't even know that they have that, but yeah, they do have it. They also have like this just chatting or something like that, where people are streaming all kinds of strange stuff, to be honest. So it's not only about gaming. That's what I want to say, I guess. And yeah, I've spent the last year building up an audience on that Twitch channel. So I was thinking, why not use it for my travel stuff as well? Because I always wanted to share my travel stories in a way. And the way I've done it before was using my website. And that website has been very inactive, and it takes a lot of time to cut videos and to go through like articles, write articles. I will show you a bit more what I used to do on that website. I was basically writing for external websites as well. There's a little life beside gaming. Yeah, Dexter, exactly, there is, and I hope I can share some of that life to you guys. Because traveling, I think, is one of the topics that nearly everyone is kind of interested in, I guess. I don't know anyone at all who's saying, no, gaming, that sucks completely. So, and not gaming, traveling, sorry. Yeah, so let me just kind of show you a little bit how I set up the whole stream. As you can see, there's like a big box. I used a Shutterstock editor to create all of that. For my gaming stuff, I also created some banners, and I hosted tournaments. So it's kind of a hobby of mine to create little layouts. So that's what I was doing here. And I used one of my favorite pictures from Colombia, from Palomino Beach, as a background, because that kind of sunset vibe with people sitting. Maybe I'll show you that picture in full screen. So that's another feature. As you can see on the top right in the little box, you will always see what I'm doing on my Chrome browser. And the cool thing is I can switch the box and my head around, basically. So let me just open that picture, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh, I have like a little bit of a caching problem here, I think. Actually, if maybe you guys can check it. If you click on that link, does it look like this to you, or do you have like a white page with black font? Because that's what I sometimes get, but I think it's a local problem. But yeah, that's my website. I basically pimped it up. I used the same picture as a background just to have like kind of a branding. Changed the font here as well. I'm really happy with the way the font looks in the top, actually, especially the yellow underlining. Everything kind of fits together with the theme. And that's the post that I announced yesterday. So it just explains what the travel show is about, just as a very general backstory. I know there's a big scene in travel podcasts, right? So people are producing podcasts, but it's only audio. You don't even see their face. And personally, I'm watching a lot like podcasts like the Joe Rogan Experience, for instance, where he has real life guests. Well, that's the biggest podcast on the planet, so it's a bit hard to compare him with like small travel related podcasts. But basically, he has the person right next to him, or 2 meter distance, of course, and he can look them in the eye and talk to them. So I want to do something in the middle, because I can't have guests here. Right now I'm at my parents' place, actually, and from October, hopefully I will be on the road. And once I'm on the road, I can have people hopefully next to me as well, because I usually meet a lot of people when I travel. And if I feel like somebody would be a good fit for the show, I will ask him to come on the stream, maybe talk about his country, about his culture, just give us some insights live on the stream. So that's something that I can do while I'm traveling, basically. And what I found is that there's no real travel channel on Twitch yet. And the cool thing about Twitch is that I can read your chat. So Dexter's just saying it's a bit hard to read. So that's something that is really, really good feedback, because especially when you're designing something and like the way this looks, I was kind of looking at that for the last 3 days straight, setting everything up. And for me, I have like this tunnel vision, you know? I don't really see anything else anymore, I think, at this point. So if there's something that's completely off, there's a good chance I might not notice it. But for you guys, if you look at it with a fresh set of eyes, you will see something that I'm maybe blind to right now. So all the feedback that you have, please just put in the chat. Don't be shy to chat. It's an interactive stream, so that's why I put it on Twitch as well. Otherwise, I could just record YouTube videos and upload them on YouTube. But I want to see what you guys are saying. And yeah, so basically the concept of the travel show will always be 3 topics, right? So today the first topic is the one right now. I'm just going to explain how everything works. And then the first real topic will be travel after Corona, and then couchsurfing changes. And I will upload all of them separately on YouTube. So people interested in one specific topic don't have to bother with the other topics. And what I also want to do is get guests on the show. Even when I'm here in Germany, I will invite them for a virtual hangout session, basically, or there's some other tools. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet, but I'll have a lot of potential people that I would love to have on the stream, because I've been traveling for a while already, as you noticed. So as you can see here, I've seen 53.81%, that's the German in me, of the entire world already, in terms of countries at least. So that's 106 countries. So I met a lot of people, from diving instructors to MMA referees to like anything you can imagine. I was hitchhiking with them, couchsurfing with them, meeting them randomly on streets, because when I'm traveling, I'm by nature quite an open and positive person. So often I get into conversations with people without even realizing it. And they seem to like it as well, because I can tell them, like, what the heck are you doing here? You know, I never see tourists here before. Often I don't even speak their language, and we have to kind of communicate with Google Translate and using your hands. So I have a lot of guests, that's what I'm trying to say. And I'm going to not upload them. I'm going to invite them to my stream. And then you will have both of us at the same time. And I will have someone to talk with I will have someone to talk to for the entire show, basically. So that's something that I might do for the next week already. I'll have to talk to some people and check if they would be free. There's also some other people that I haven't met yet, but they're like, I follow them on Instagram, and I just reach out to a bunch of them. Like people with like huge accomplishments. Like one guy, he's just a few countries away from seeing all the countries in the world. He already told me he would be interested to come on the show. So I'll just have to talk some more details with them and check which topics we could discuss. But I'll certainly let you know on my social media channels. Are you going to visit North Korea too? Eventually, I want to visit every country in the world, for sure. North Korea, so I was just like watching like a video from another person who saw all the countries in the world, and she basically just went to the DMZ, and she went into the house. There's like a house in between the North and the South Korean border, and if you pass, like it's just like a 10-15 meter long house, basically, and if you pass the middle of that house, you're officially in North Korea, and you get a stamp and everything. But that's not how I travel. So I would like to spend at least 2 weeks in North Korea. But as you might know, there's like, it's not the easiest country to visit, and I still have so many other countries left. Leading me to another point. If you look at the left side on my screen, you see the recent countries and the upcoming countries. It's basically the month and year, and then the number of the country. So my latest one, number 106, was Moldova. Very good wine there, by the way. And you can see all my upcoming ones. So I was supposed to travel in June and July already, but I postponed it now to October because I want to go to Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan and Mongolia. And Mongolia, the border is actually open, but Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan is closed still. So I was monitoring that very closely, and then I made the decision to kind of postpone the trip for another 3 months. But hopefully in October I can finally go on the road again, because now, especially spending some time looking at like the old pictures and setting up the travel show, it's really itching. I really want to get out there again. So to answer your question, North Korea, I definitely want to go. I think it's probably a very fascinating country, but I will probably do some other countries first. So I will also save all the war zones for now. Hoping that at some point it will be a bit more safe to go there. But eventually, over the course of my life, in which I'm not completely old yet, let's say until 50 years, I would say. I think that's a good rough date. After 50, I don't really want to travel anymore. I think I would just want to sit in my garden and enjoy the good weather, hopefully, wherever I will be. But yeah, until then, I will try to see as much as I can. Let's see if maybe I can finish them all. India should be the 107th country and not the 106th. That's a very good point, and also something I would like to explain to you guys. The way this list works, basically, I've been to India before. So this counter will only go up if it's a new country that I haven't seen yet. And actually, there's like something I can show you as well about that topic. But before I talk about that, I opened the site already, and now that's the thing. Sometimes I talk and I can't stop talking. But that's what I wanted to show you. So this is the screen. You can't see the whole image right now because yeah, all my other stuff is overlapping it. But that's the picture that I use. I try to, and it's also like my wallpaper now on my computer. I really like kind of the way it looks. Feel free to use it as your wallpaper as well. It's good advertising. And this is in Palomino, this river, basically. You can drift down, and it's like an activity for young people, or not young, but like, you know, people that like drinking, that are in drinking age. They basically do tubing. So they sit on a big like tractor wheel, and they slowly drift down the river with a beer in their hand. And then they end up in the ocean. So that river ends in the ocean. And it's just one of many pictures that I took that I was considering to use as an image for the show, kind of a branding image. And I think this one resonates the best for the majority of people. Like, I was also thinking to have like some mountain landscape, because I personally love the mountains, but not everyone loves the mountains. I think if you would do a poll in the whole world, if you prefer the beach or the mountain, actually, let's do it right now. Type in a 1 in the chat if you're a mountain guy or girl, and type in a 2 if you prefer the beach. I'm curious. We have 60 viewers right now already, which is actually much more than I thought we would have for a travel stream, especially since I just started it. But it's you can do polls here in real time. Goldesel, servus. 3, what's 3? Both at the same time, I guess. So that would be me too. But what I wanted to say is that I was afraid if I used one of my mountain pictures that it would make the impression that I will only talk about mountaineering and that stuff, you know. But I want to talk about everything. I like everything, but I prefer mountains. But I also love going to the beach, and like sunsets especially. Every time I see a sunset, it's amazing, basically. So I was thinking a nice sunset picture with some water and reflection. And here we have this little cute couple sitting, and it kind of gives like a relaxed vibe, I hope. So this is like the reason why I choose that cover here. So you probably won't visit Syria right now. I heard Damascus is pretty safe right now. Right now I wouldn't do it, no. But I also have to think about the route. So I will show you a bit about my planned routes. And one of them is actually going to Pakistan, coming from Tajikistan. And for that, I would have to cross Afghanistan, which is right now, I think, worse than Syria, actually. They just recently had some incidents at the border again. So, but that would be like for 2 years from now, because I had to push this a bit further. Like, I have a big plan already, you know, for the next two years of traveling. And I always want to make sure that I'm in the right spot for the perfect time. Everything is handled with a big Excel sheet, which I will show you as well in a second. But yeah, so that's pretty much the concept. This is a static page, so if you click on the travel show here on the right, or also have it here in the drop-down menu, you will get to that page, and I will use that page to list all my YouTube links. As I said, I have like my own YouTube channel for the travel stuff as well. Right now there's I can't even remember when I uploaded something the last time. Let's have a quick look. So a year ago was when I uploaded the last video, and those are like kind of long videos, 15 minutes. They were even longer before, but I haven't touched this YouTube channel in a long time. I uploaded a bunch of stuff, but I'm going to use that for my new updates. And I will use this page to list them all, so you will have a nice overview with all the topics and the YouTube link next to each other. Yeah, what if a country would be divided in the future, like for example Germany or Korea? Would you visit again? Yes, definitely. I would. There's actually, I'm just planning my trip through the South Pacific for 2020, and yeah, maybe I can show you how that looks actually. Let me just go on a different browser to pick up this map. Yeah, because I think we talked about the concept. I think it's pretty straightforward. So let me show you how I travel my plans. So for instance, this one. This is my trip through the South Pacific, one of 3. There's a bunch of islands which are countries, so I want to see them, of course. Some of them are really expensive to get to, like Palau here. Really expensive. Even I will come from here. I will spend a lot of time here diving, and it's so close, but there's no ferry, nothing. You have to fly. It's like one way, 500 euros, the cheapest flight right now. But I will go to Papua New Guinea and also like Papua, the other side as well, the Indonesian side. That's on another map. So this map will basically start when I hit the Pacific Islands. And this little island here belongs to Papua New Guinea as well, Bougainville. I'm not sure how to pronounce correctly, to be honest. I just read about it, but I never heard somebody pronouncing the word. Bougainville, I think. So this might be the newest country that we get. They voted for independency, so now it will take probably around 1.5 years for Papua New Guinea to kind of agree to that officially, and then for them to split out completely. And I want to go there anyway, so let's see if by the time I get there, maybe it's already the newest independent country. That would be 198 according to my like way of counting. And just about that, I will explain to you how I count that. Wait, that was the wrong comment. I wanted to show you this one, because in here I kind of described it. But anyway, so I would, if it's not a country yet, and then let's say 2 years later it becomes a new country, then I would, well, if I was already there, yeah, shit, I think I would go back anyway, because I need the stamp, right? So if you get to the point where you see every country in the world, then you have to document everything as well, and then you need a stamp. So even if I was there before, I would go, and if I wasn't there, then I will go for sure. Yeah, and yeah, this is like kind of like what I planned here. I think I will have a separate topic on trip planning. That would be one of my topics. I can easily fill 30, 40, 50 minutes telling you exactly how I plan trips. I have like a pretty good system, I would say. I have like a huge Excel file that well, maybe I can just briefly show that to you. But for that, let me just quickly check if my full screen view is working. All right, so this is another one of the scenes, and in here I can show you my Excel as well. Give me 1 second. So, all right. So this is my Excel sheet. It contains every single day, because I'm tracking the cost as well, right? So for every day I track how much money I spent. It's split up in transportation, food, accommodation, book trips, and rest. For example, getting a haircut costs money too. You have to put it in there. And it's a pretty big list, as you can see. So I really like planning. But this will be a complete separate topic, because it's just... And this is, by the way, my last trip, the last like 3 and something years. So this will be a complete different topic. So I don't want to spend too much time talking about that right now. but just like that's something. If you want to hear more about it, it would be a perfect separate topic. I think. Not the best time for a trip around the world. Yep, that's true. I wanted to start actually now already, but I postponed it, and well, I can't even tell if it's possible. We're going to talk about that in the next topic. Actually, traveling after Corona, I put up some thoughts about that. But yeah, fingers crossed it will work again in October at least. All right. Is there anything else I want to show you? I have like a little bit of a break screen that has like a drone video, which you will see when I take the break. I will take like a 1-minute break between each of the 3 topics, just to get some water and stuff. And then you will be entertained with a drone video from New Zealand. But you will see that when we get to the break. Did you already quit your job? Yes, I did. Originally for July, and now I postponed it to October. All right, and I really like that I can. Oh shit! That I can switch this in like really fast, you know. All right. What else do we have? Let me see. So yeah, I want to do this every Monday from 8 p.m. I'm planning roughly 2 hours for all 3 topics. If one topic takes much longer than another, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's really flexible. I don't have anything to do afterwards other than like eating something maybe and go to bed. But we will have some time after the 3rd topic. If you have any specific topics that you want to talk about in a bit more detail, I'm happy to stick around for a bit longer. You will play Walkaround? Maybe later, yeah, maybe I will have another Walkaround stream later. But yeah, do you have any questions about the travel show in general, and kind of what I'm planning with it? Do you think it's something that you would like to see on a regular basis, or is it more like okay, traveling cool, but yeah, not really so interesting? And so today the topics are kind of like not so much about a specific destination, they're more broad, but rest assured I have so many pictures and videos. So what I can do is I can just have, let's say as a topic I could have South Africa, yeah? And then I could show you for hours and hours if I wanted to. I could show you pictures and videos, everything basically. I have so much material. And or let's say Faroe Islands, because I'm just looking at some pictures here. So just as an example of how it would look like, I would basically go into my full screen view, which is, I think, this one. Welcome to Cruise on Tour. Oh no, that's my break, sorry. Sorry for that. So that's my full screen, right? And let's get back to display capture. So I could show you pictures. I could just like show you like some random pictures from a trip. Set working full screen. Oh, now you see my Winamp Classic. So I could just like go through pictures and show you videos. Why is this not working? I have to do it with the mouse scroll. For specific countries, right? Or destinations. So this would be something that I could do for hours and hours and hours. And also show videos, of course. So I'm not gonna run out of material anytime soon, that's for sure. So I think most of the topics will actually be related to a destination going forward. So it would be like Antarctica, Patagonia, like whatever I feel like in the moment or whatever you request. So if you have any areas that you would like me to talk about first, just go over to this travel report link here. I'll post in the chat. And if you click on the map, you will basically find the same interactive map that I was showing you before. So those are all the places that I've been to so far. So a lot of empty spots still. And down here you can see all my destinations. So you can, even with a little bit of a description, like what I was doing there. So anything that you see here, I can basically talk about for hours if I wanted to. I have a lot of hitchhiking travel stories. I have, God, it's so much. So basically you just pick a country or a trip that you would like to hear about, and I will bring that up in one of the next episodes, basically. And I think there's like plenty to choose from. Maybe even too much. And up here, I have upcoming trips. So I have like upcoming trips until the end of 2020. I think I'm good for 60 countries. So I will get to like around 170 countries after the next trip. And then only leaving kind of the war zones and stuff and places that are really, really hard to get to and yeah, very expensive as well. But I will update that as soon as I can start booking flights, because right now it's too early to book flights still. It's yeah, not time yet, as you know. You can travel in the EU. Actually today on it's June, sorry. On June 15th, you can actually travel in the EU again. So that's a big change. But you can't travel internationally again. And I want to go like to the further away places. Kind of want to save all the Europe stuff. Well, I've seen all the countries in Europe already, but not everything in all these countries, right? You could go back many times and still see new things. But I'm kind of saving that for when I have a family, you know, and then I can just take one of the big cars where you can sleep and then like travel around Europe. So while I'm still young and fit, I want to go to the places that I might not be able to go to when I'm old and unfit. Yeah. Let's see. I have to check the chat at the same time every now and then, of course. So, Lol Winamp, yeah, actually that Winamp skin, many people, when they see that, they're like, what, you use that old skin? It's really old school. And for some reason, I kind of like it. I always keep using it. Hey, Sparta, nice to see you here. Guess would be most interesting if you tell stories to the trips. Yeah, I will certainly do that. So that first topic right now, the travel show intro, it's really just like to give people an idea what's coming up. But as I said, the focus will be on my personal stories, and maybe I will do like a poll or something on my Twitter channel. By the way, make sure to give that Twitter channel a follow, because I will use it for stuff like that. Basically, I will post in the chat, and maybe give you like 3 to 6 options or so from trips that I would have enough material as well, because I'm also uploading a lot of pictures to sell them on various websites. I can show you one of them actually. Let me see. So basically, I spend a lot of time uploading pictures to sell them. This is just one of them. It has like the nicest gallery, I think. So basically, I upload pictures, make them look like a bit nicer, and I save them in the folder, and they're all kind of nicely named with the country name, with the name of the area. So I can use these pictures, which are already a bit pre-selected, to show you on the stream, because I don't want to show you my raw pictures, because that would just take too much time. I take a lot of pictures. Like per day, I take between 300 and 400 pictures on a single day. That's why I break my cameras all the time, just because of mechanical failure in the end. But on these websites, I only upload a selection of highlight pictures. I like this one with the horse, by the way. So I will just see which kind of pictures I would have available to talk through, and then I'll put a poll on Twitter, and you can then decide. I don't think I have many followers on the account, maybe 50. So probably 1 or 2 votes will make a really big difference. But you can be actively involved in the decision making of which topics to go through. Great Ocean Road, yeah, I've been there. The concept of the show sounds really good. Your passion concerning the topics is already infectious. Yeah, I'm not even getting started, man. But I have to say, when I'm looking at old pictures, that's also the reason why I started to sell pictures, because it gives me a chance to go through all of my old stuff, and it brings back all these memories. Like, for instance, this hut here. I was flying with a helicopter actually over that in New Zealand. It's the Franz Josef Glacier. And it was so great to see that snowed-in hut, and there were even people. You see the footprints there even. So every picture has a story, and when I see the picture, it brings back all the stories with a click, basically. And yeah, by nature, I smile a lot. I know on my walkthrough streams, sometimes I get the feedback, man, you're laughing too much. It's like, oh, sorry. Oh, I'm really sorry for that. And also, I noticed that this microphone from my new headset is really bad, so I'm actively looking for a new one. I'm looking for a headset that I can plug into my camera. I'm also going to buy a new camera, by the way, and then have like a really good audio quality. It's not going to be a headset anymore, so it will be just a single microphone, and that will also be helpful when I'm traveling again. I can use it on my camera because all these videos that I've done so far, my videos are all in here, by the way. I have a lot of material on my website already, so if you're ever bored, feel free to check out my old stuff. You can actually just have a look on how that looks. Let me just pause the music there for a sec. So this is just an example of how my full-length videos look. I have about 20, 25 of them maybe. And it takes like weeks to do one of these because I'm always making sure the music fits. And by the way, these videos are quite old, so sometimes the music is a bit weird because that was the music I was into when I was young. But yeah, I'll just show you like the first minute of this video just to give you an idea. And the audio quality sometimes, especially if it's windy, it's not the best. So I always wanted to get an external microphone, and yeah, now it's the perfect occasion when I do like kind of this travel show. Finally about to start the actual... Wait, I'll put you in the full screen mode for that. Was it this one? Yes! So Arctic Circle Trail, 170 kilometers lie ahead in the next 10 days. I'm so young. I really hope that the snow will not be that bad. The snow was pretty bad. This is one of the toughest hikes I was doing actually, through the snow. And that guy over there, like this guy was somebody I haven't met before. So I, like on my travel blog, I put like upcoming trips and I say, yeah, I'm going to do the Arctic Circle Trail in Greenland. Who wants to join? And he was like, yeah, I'll join. And then he actually joined and he showed up at the airport. Yeah, we had a lot of snow, but oh man, like for each of these videos, oh, here I was swimming in the ice cold water. It was really cold. It's 1 degree cold basically. And yeah, we could drive around with a canoe. The ice was shifting here. Wait, do I have that on video? I think this one. Can you hear that? Like these videos, and I could really, for each of these, I could spend hours and hours talking about it. So that's the cool thing. I'm not going to run out of material anytime soon. I could probably update this blog for the next 20 years just with the stuff that I have already. And yeah, that's a good thing about compared to my gaming stream where I have to like play good, you know. So at least here I don't have to play because I'm not so good in the gaming anymore. But I think I'm good at telling stories. So hopefully that will be something that you guys will like. And yeah, so what else do we have? I also have like a bunch of guides actually here, how to hitchhike. So my blog has like a lot of travel related information, how to find cheap, how to travel cheaply. See, that's what I mean. If one of you guys ever sees that, please let me know because then I have to fix it. I'm not sure if it's just a problem on my computer. But yeah, it's like a bunch of material online here for sure. And yeah, I will probably mostly update it with the travel show updates. Maybe every now and then, maybe I'll write another article. Let's see. I was also writing a lot for external stuff. So my very first one, I was writing for the Huffington Post. I don't know if that link is still available. Oh, it looks a bit different, but yeah. That's my first article on a external website, The Art of Couchsurfing from 2012. Yeah. So this has been like, it's 8 years old. Then I was interviewed by Nomadic Matt. Nomadic Matt, check him out as well. He's like, he's got like the biggest travel blog in the web, I think. He's selling books and like it's his full-time job basically. He interviewed, like his crew interviewed me twice. Then I wrote a bunch of guest articles. I actually had 3 or 4 episodes in a magazine as well, in the Wanderlust Tips magazine. So there's quite a lot of stuff that you can read up on here. But yeah, obviously in the last years I haven't done anything anymore. The last one was August 2018 on Shutterstock about photographing rainbows. Yeah, hopefully I can add some more stuff onto that section in the future. We'll see. Alrighty. So, Jakobsweg, yeah, probably will do that too. Nice, I think this rounds up the introduction and the first topic. Second topic will start in, like, I'll take a minute break and then start with the second one. I think I didn't miss anything. Hopefully. Yeah, if so, doesn't really matter. So, I hope you stick around. Let's say, yeah, actually, I don't really need a break. I'll just do like a 2-minute break and then I'll be back. So, see you in a bit. Welcome to Cruise on Tour.